You mentioned that you want to cut down on the number of penalties you guys are taking. So what's the game plan in that area so that, you can stay off those special teams?
Yeah, I think the big thing is with those stick infractions, obviously, I always say try to check with your legs, not with your stick. And, I think that when you constantly, especially during the year when it's happening quite a bit, it's great that we're getting opportunities with our penalty kill, but at the same time, it catches up to you. So you really lose the rhythm and the pace of the game, and the lines kind of get mixed up when you have a lot of that. But for me, it's us about being better with our details, with our checking, not taking those infractions.
Might lead the league in players with brotherly connections. Any advice for Haydn going up against his little brother today?
Just be better. Just be better. I said they went for dinner last night and watched this. His Haydn's son is his brother's father-in-law. I said that. Godfather. I said so. That's okay. They were allowed to be together last night. So.
What have you learned about Haydn's game in the last couple of years here since he joined the organization?
Always knew he's a really good skater, and that's probably his best attribute in the sense that how quick he can close on people, jump in the rush. But we really, really saw it. Really seen it more this year. Obviously, he's in every night right now, and he's been able to put his skating on display, which is, like I said, his best part of his game. But then he's added to it as well, his defending and closing quick on people, jumping in the rush offensively, creating plays. He's had some really good looks offensively, and that's kind of just him feeling confident and doing those things nightly.
What kind of changes you noticed with Seattle in the early going under Lane?
Yeah, really good defensively, real good defensively. Their analytics are real big in that end of the rink, and so they've obviously, Lane's come in and put a heavy price on making sure that they defend first, and you see it. You can really see it. I've had a lot of overtime, shootout games. They stay in games that hang around. So what do you expect with Lane? That type of team. So we're going to have to work to get inside against this group.
I'm interested in that line of checking with your legs and the effect it may have on reinforcing proper positioning so players don't have to chase with their legs to check with their legs.
Yeah, that's when we talk about defending, it's our quickness and it's our ability to close in time and space. And when you're taking the stick from fractions, you're probably late, or I don't want to say lazy, but maybe we're not pounding strides hard enough to get to people. And I think that's part of what we have to do. Never going to criticize the guys for the physical penalties that happen, and there are a few of those in that have happened in the games. But the other side, when we skate and close and use our quickness on people, then we're away from that. We're away from that stuff where we have to use our sticks or our hands and grabbing onto people.
Your team it's becoming common that they have a good start out of the gates. How would you explain the readiness your team has had the last couple of years to be ready out of the gates?
Well, I think it's important in this league. You can lose a game in the first period. You can also get a leg up in the first period, not necessarily win, but you can also put teams on their heels. And then we like to feel that if we get a lead, we can defend it, and we've proven that. And so if we can get out in front of teams, it puts an awful lot of pressure on them to change their game. Now they've got to open up. Now they've got to take a few more chances than they normally would want to do, and then that's maybe where we expose those and get some more goals or more offense from it. So I think being ready to go is part of your job as a player. It's just don't wade into games. If you do, you could be down the big time, and so that's something we stressed here about getting out and setting the tone, setting the pace, play our jet hockey early, and try teams catch us.
Just want to ask you one about Lane. Scott, as a fellow coach, I know the fraternity is pretty close. When you see a guy like him, he kind of paid his dues in the minors, gets his head coaching chance, doesn't go so great, but now he's got a second chance, something you can, I'm sure, very much relate to, right?
Yeah.
You obviously would have been very happy to see him get another chance. Is he a guy that you know at all? Did you ever play against him?
Yeah, I played against Lane. He was from the West, though, but played against him in the pros. And then I actually, when I went into Washington, him and Barry were the one they left and went to the island. But all the coaching, different things. Know Lane pretty well. He's a guy I'm real happy to see. When I texted him there when he got the job, real happy for him to get that second chance. And I think he's a good coach. He's a real detailed coach. He's real intense. And so it's good to see guys get that second opportunity. And, for him, he's been in the game a long time as well, and you like to see that.